Welcome to the tutorial. Know about electrical panel and maintenance. Electrical panel. Part 18. Control system continued. In the previous part, we learned about different types of starters, and their working methods, that, using in the control system of the electrical panel, for the operation of motor controls. In this part, explaining about Direct On-Line Starter, DOL Starter. Direct on-line starters are used to start simple and low power motors. This starter has only one contactor and two push button switches for start and stop. The start switch shall be normally open type, and the stop switch shall be normally closed type. Here is the SLD of the DOL starter for reference. Let us see how the starter is working. Control power reaches the stop push button, which is NC, and from there, the supply reaches the side of the on push button, which is NO. From the other side, the circuit line is going to coil S1 side of the contactor, while S2 of the coil is directly connected to the negative or neutral at the circuit. In the circuit, one more NO contact is connected parallel with the start push button. This is called latch contact, which is taken from the NO contact of the same contactor. We already learned about the latch contactor in previous control system lessons. When we press the on button, the power reaches S1 of the coil of the contactor, and the contactor closes. At the same time, the auxiliary contact of the contactor also closes, and the contactor remain closed. Because the power continuously available in the coil through the latch. When the stop push button is pressed, the NC becomes open, and thus, the flow of power will be interrupted in the circuit, and then the contactor will be released. Refer to the SLD provided here, for reference. DOL starters are used in motors, where the power is less than 5 kW, in single and three phases. Setting the current, in the overload protection relay, is an important thing to remember, before connecting the motor, to the starters. An overload relay, OLR, will be fitted to every contactor on the motor starter. See the SLD. Control power is supplied to the coil of the contactor through the OLR contact. The overload relay has settings according to the current consumption of each motor. If any load exceeds the set current, the contact of OLR trips. Thus, the power to the coil of the contactor becomes zero, and the contactor will be disconnected. So, before connecting the motor to the starter, check the rated current from the motor's label. Then, proper settings of current should be given in the overload relay attached to the contactor. This is the end of part 18, and the control system continued in part 19. Thank you for watching my videos. Subscribe to my channel to get more new videos.